Hey guys, how you doing? It's Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NBA basketball previews and predictions today for Wednesday. It is March 19th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, let's get to the game between the Dallas Mavericks and Indiana Pacers. Now, a lot of games in the NBA today, and I'm seeing a lot of players resting. You know, they've already locked up or secured their positioning for the playoffs. So you're going to start seeing in the month of March a lot of players getting rest, getting ready for the playoffs. So I'm going to be very choosy, I guess you can say, when I'm looking at the value of the play that I'm going to be recommending, and also making sure it's not like an exhibition game where you're handicapping the game where the star players are out, right? You want meaningful games, and when you're handicapping this time of year, you are looking for value because at the end of the day, you are spending your hard-earned money on an investment. Always remember, it's not gambling; it's an investment, and you want your investments to pay out, right? All right, so I think we got a good investment here in the game between the Indiana Pacers and the Dallas Mavericks. Now, Pacers, the other night, you got to give you a tip off your hat to them against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They were short a lot of players in that game. They went to overtime, and they got the W. And it was a 132-130 victory. We had them as a plus 7.5 point underdog here on the channel, and hopefully you guys are able to catch in on that. Now, today is because of that, that momentum might carry over. People watch that game, or the public, thinking, oh, you know what, Pacers could be on a roll right now, so they're a team to watch. Be careful. Minus 10.5 is the line. I had the line at minus 7.9, so right there you can see they're overvalued by 10.5 points. 234 is the total. ATS forecast, the forecast of the system play here, likes the prediction of 119 to 111, so we got them winning by 8. The over-under landing on 230.42, so according to our analytics, we do like the number to go under. Now, anytime I do these type of shows, and people will say, well, your computer pick has them winning, but you're saying this other thing. Like you're probably going against the computer pick, right? Always remember, anytime I do this show, these analytical numbers that I'm giving you guys, the forecast, these are from 28 previous games in the database, and I did a video on this the other day. It's when these two teams coming off situations, and I go look at the past since 1996 in our database, that's the teams that are in this situation. That was the average score, right? So anytime I do these shows, I always want you guys to remember that. It's, previous thing. And I'm a big, history is a great teacher type thing. And then I'll look for indicators to see if it supports the pick. All right, so Dallas 2-8 last 10, 1-9 ATS, 7-3 to the over. And for the Pacers, there's a lot of average right there on the over-under, 3-7 to the under. So I always like to look at that. One team's going over, one team's going under last 10. And anytime I get a situational stat like this that contradicts or is conflicting, I'll always tend to lean with the home team. It's just one thing I've always done in 28 years of handicapping, and it kind of pays off for me that way. All right, 1-9 ATS, Dallas is last 10 games. I had 4.75, so we're getting great value tonight on the Dallas Mavericks. They're on a 3-game losing streak, 3 straight up in ATS. I always like that. Being a law of average handicapper, that's what the LOA stands for, law of average. And what the law of average is, you want to play on a team that lost their last game straight up and against point spread against a team that won straight up and against point spread, and that fits our system right here in the Dallas Mavericks. And the strength of schedule, you can see Indiana coming in battle-tested, 55.1, 46.9 for the Dallas Mavericks. Now the Mavericks on the road this year, 15, 17, and 2. And for the Pacers, 15, 14, and 1. So not a really big difference when it comes to that situation. But when you look at the last 10 head-to-head meetings, you can see the Pacers do have a little bit of an edge here. 7-3 ATS, Dallas 4-6. And looking at the Indiana Pacers as a home favorite this year, pretty dominant. 17-5 straight up, averaging 118 to 112. So only winning by 6. So we got we're getting a lot of points here on the Dallas Mavericks. And we do see that they got some little bit of injuries tonight. So looking at the starting lineup, you got Brandon Williams, you got Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall, Washington, and you got Kessler Edwards here for the Dallas Mavericks. Too bad Luka's not there anymore. It would have been a great 10.5, but hey, the show must go on, as they say. But looking at the total, anytime Dallas on the road against a non-division opponent, 18-9 to the over. Maybe the over is where we want to lean here today. Look at that. Coming off a loss, 13-5 to the over. And for the Pacers versus Western Conference opponents, 12-6-1 at home to the over. And yeah, we're getting a lot of overs. Any team coming off a 2-point win in the NBA this year, 21-12-0 to the over. So you know what? I'm going to go over the total. I don't want to... my first instinct was, you know what, let's take the 10 plus half the points. And, sometimes they say you should go with your first instinct, right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Dallas 10 plus half and plus 10.5. Almost got swayed in there by the over. And hey, if you like the over tonight, I like it too. But the Kogo is very low at 32%. Kogo's 32% chance of going over. But I'm going to go with my first gut instinct. And that's the one thing with sports handicapping, right? You start handicapping, then you can talk yourself. It's like a court case, right? You can talk yourself out of a case. But I'm going to stick with my first gut reaction, and I'm going to go Dallas Mavericks plus 10.5. I think it's great value, and if our forecast comes in 119 to 111, I think we're going to get some good value here. And here's the thing: when Dallas, and you know what, Dallas is like a tale of two stories, whatever that saying goes. Anytime you got Dallas at home or on the road against an opponent with a 51 to 60 win percentage, 19-8, but again, before and after Luka, right? So that's the way you got to look at it. So anyway, first pick, number 1, I'm going to go Dallas plus 10.5 and a little lean towards the over. All right, pick number 2, I'm going to go to the Orlando Magic game against the Houston Rockets. Now, the Rockets a 2-point favorite, Magic 210.5. ATS forecast, system play going to lead with the Rockets in this one. 108 to 105, the over-under, 213.78, so we do like this game to go over the total. Houston coming in on a 7-3 straight up. Winning record, 6-4 ATS, 5-5 to the over/under, and for the Magic, 3-7, 4-6 to ATS, 5-5 when it comes to the over/under. Houston, do we have a problem? Nope. -6 is the line I had. You're getting -2, so you're getting a good value. You're getting a team on a 7-game win streak, and that's the thing, right? Anytime a team's on a win streak, last thing you want to do is you just want that streak to get going. If you're a competitive person, and you're playing on the team, that you just want to keep that streak going, right? You don't want to break the streak. You got a 7-game win streak. You want to keep it riding. And they're -2. And the thing I always say, anytime it's 3 or less, take the money line. Don't sweat the 2 points. Spend the extra juice. Get the 132. Take the money line. They're 12-4 in the road against teams with a losing record. You know, Orlando started the year off really good. And look at that, 32-37 right now. Not that great. Houston on the road, 18-15, 18-15 ATS. They're 5-5 last trip to the Amway Center. And I'm going to go with the Houston Rockets money line, and that is my selection. All right, recap. Taking Dallas plus the points. I also lean towards the over, and I do like the Houston Rockets money line tonight against the Orlando Magic. Have yourself a great wacky Wednesday. Felt like a wacky show today. Hey, a little bit on this game here had me on and off the side and the total, but I'm going to ride my first instinct, right? Always go with your first instinct. Give me the Dallas plus the points and the Houston Rockets. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Don't forget, head over to atsstats.com. Get the free tip sheet of the day. And today, the tip sheet of the day is the Dallas Mavericks and the Indiana Pacers. Let's scroll down right here. And you can see we do have some great stats and trends on this game. You can get it for free, atsstats.com. We'll see you back here on a Thursday. Cheers.